Barrel rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno-monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Good morning, I'm Professor Code and this is the Forex Super Model daily briefing for Thursday the 6th of the 5th 2021. Time is just coming up to 0455 GMT. Asian session coming to a close, European session firing up, our lunchtime North American session. Right, yesterday then, Wednesday the 5th, we had a balance in the figures, so we've got take your pick. We've either got a positive opposed negative driver in the euro, or a positive opposed positive driver in the yen. Anyway, we've got front and back door flows. It's messy. The 55 on both ends, with the inners being minus 12, plus 12, activity plus or minus 67. Right, activity intra-week then, from Monday the 3rd to about 15 minutes ago, we've got a positive unopposed driver in the pound, plus 252. No backdoor flows. The opposing negative flows coming mainly out the euro, minus 140, out the yen at minus 67, and the dollar was the negative rock at minus 45, activity plus or minus 252. Intraday then, this is the Asian session to about 15 minutes ago. We've got a negative opposed driver in the yen, minus 27, front and back door flows mainly going into the dollar at plus 25, into the euro at plus 4, and the pound is the negative rock at minus 2, activity plus or minus 29. Right, so over the week then we've had pound strength. It may not have felt like that, and we've had this euro weakness with the yen and the dollar somewhere in between. Right, what's been knocking it about? Well, quite a lot. We had Wednesday, we had soft ADP. Today we've got euro retail sales and the Bank of England rates decision, GBP. Friday we've got the RBA monetary policy statement and the NFP and CAD net employment challenge. Right, China's been throwing its toys out the pram yesterday. They've what have they done? They suspended strategic economic dialogue, which is basically they've just had a little sulk in the corner because Australia is going full woke on them and starting to upset them about human rights issues. Right, so that's what's happening there. We've added to our AUD positions, so we'll see. Anyway, so that's that. Let's look at the flows. Our trades, it was a very tough day yesterday. Our trades went from about, I don't know, 600-700 in the positive to about the worst. They went to about minus 1200, so about 2,000 point swing on them, and we're now about 6 or 7 points in the red. But hey, so what? We'll carry on. Euro, right? Euro on the up, except the dollar. The yen is on the up, except dollar, euro, pound, so the majors basically. The pound is on the up, except euro and dollar. The Swiss is on the down, except AUD, NZD. The CAD is soft, except Swiss, AUD, NZD. The AUD is soft across the board. The NZD is soft except the AUD, and the dollar is strong across the board. So we've got dollar strength in the Asian session. We've got full AUD weakness at the moment, although the New Zealand dollar is pretty weak generally. And you can see that the commodity currencies and the majors are somewhere in the middle. Right, let's just crack on. What are the asset classes doing? Let's have a look. Right, so dollar index, US dollar index. basically, what are we looking at? It broke, it's come back, it's about 0.45 from the floor, so still pretty weak, the dollar. Gold, double top, and then it's operating just above that that support there. So and it's about 0.37 from the floor. Oil's basically come up. It's 0.22 from the high. Right, Wall Street's broken and it's sort of tracking sideways like that. S&P double top broke and it's tracking sideways with a slight down tilt. And the tech's the laggard. It broke finally and it's now come off. It's about 0.33 from the high. So the tech's still struggling a bit. US 10-year on the bond and the bond. Well, basically the US 10-year is 0.45 from the floor. So this is the price has come back up, yields have come off, and the bond is 0.33 from the floor. Likewise with the bond. Arguably then European yields are marginally stronger than US yields in our terms. So this will have a bearing on the euro dollar. The euro's been sold off recently, but that may not happen for much longer. Right, so what have we got? Copper. Copper then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pumps. So it came back to the second pump, it went back to base camp, it broke that high and it's now operating about 0.05 from that high, which is 5% from the new high. Right, finally US Steel. US Steel sold off at the double top, broke, came back, messed about, and it's now about 0.2 from that new high. So US Steel is pretty strong and carrying on as we expect. Right, so get rid of that and let's make some final analysis then. So let's say there's a lot trading yesterday. If you're in the market, was very volatile, very bumpy. They were all over the place. As I said, we did a fair bit of management on the positions. Right, but we're basically short the dollar against the euro, the pound, and the AUD, and we're short the NZD against the euro, the pound, the CAD, and the AUD. Now, there's been so the AUD's had this like China issue. People have been running. The NZD's had some strong data yesterday, so it's all been sort of like anti-commodity currencies to a degree on our positions, because we've been shorting the NZD, which has been going up, and we've been long the AUD, which has been going down. So that's not exactly what the doctor ordered anyway, but that's where we are. The pound is running into its rates decision and is looking strong. And let's say the pound has this massive elbow room. It's sort of operating on a scale of, it's about 27%. So it's got as a complex, so it's got massive elbow room to the upside, and the data cycle is very strong. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to stick with our positions as per. We're going to watch all the movements with saber rattling and all the data. We've got Thursday, so we'll see what the Bank of England comes up with. It's unlikely they're going to want to rock the boat. They're going to probably talk up the COVID jabs, etc., and then they'll also talk it down with the global risk of secondary infections, etc. So it'll be the usual yo-yo trip, but we're sticking with these positions and through thick or thin. So I hope that was useful. See you tomorrow for the daily briefing. Thank you very much.